Got a lot of stuff I'm going to be doing today. Rocker panel, it's coming off. I'm going to zip it off. I'm going to try to get to the floorboard today too, but I'm going to try a different technique than what I have in the past to see what it does. Got to pull this door off. A lot of work to be done. So recap, got done yesterday. Full interior out. Roof lining came off. Got it all cleaned up inside there, vacuumed up. Identified all of the spots that I want to repair for this project and kind of go from there. So yeah, I'm gonna get after it and take you guys along. Okay, now that the door is off, you can see that I can get in here and really get into where I need to cut. Yeah, I might actually pull Fender off too now I'm looking at it. But I can get in there a lot better and work a lot easier. I can rehang the door once the cab's all fixed and I get those new supports on there and make sure it's all level. And make sure it's lined up. But today my focus is going to be, of course, cutting out all the old stuff. I'm going to leave this line like right in here for some support. It's actually looks bad, but it's some pretty decent metal through here, but that'll keep it from popping open and me losing my lines. If I keep a piece of metal in here, it'll save me from having to weld a cross X or something in there. So I'll slice it, do the bottom part of the rocker, and then I'm gonna slice the top part of it, melt in the top part of it, I guess. Fill in the little patch panels I'm gonna have to make through back in here. Probably gonna have to rebuild a drip rail. I don't think the new set comes with it, so I'll rebuild a drip rail on the new panel when I get it in there. And floorboard. Once the floorboard is out, I could be able to take care of this inner support that's disintegrated, and we'll see what other trouble we can get into. But you might have noticed that I had some shims that fell out. You guys got these shims, hang on to them because they are pretty useful body shims. You get a couple different varieties of them. You'll get fat ones, skinnier ones. You just never know when you're gonna need them. Might need to adjust the door out this way. If you adjust it out, the top's gonna go in. You might need to pull it out. It'll push it in towards the back. Just all depends on where you need some shims. So it's always good to have quite a few of them. These ones weren't doubled, or these were doubled up, but they weren't taped together or something. So we'll keep them, and we'll go through adjusting the door here a little bit later and see. So yeah, what I think happened is it got bumped in the front. You can see that dent that is right there, and all the crinkling and everything that's right there kind of pushed the front end forward. Filler panels messed up. The bumper's actually pushed in as well. And then there's the bracket that connects to the frame horn, cattywampused into. I'm just gonna fix it because I'm already this far, and yeah. So if you guys never pulled a hood off, I'm about to show you by yourself. It's 4 bolts, at least on GMs. Anything else, I don't know. Whatever. Hinges, I pop off the lower ones, kind of fold it down. I put a 2x4 underneath where the striker is. And got a hood light, make sure to unhook the hood light. Squirters, unhook those. I had squirters, so I had to do that. You want to get you some bubble tape or bubble wrap or cardboard or something, because when you do this by yourself, you're going to have to lift it up and put it somewhere, and when you set it down, you don't want these edges all the weight from the hood jamming into the ground, because you will dent them and make your project, you know, put that much more work into it. So I got some bubble wrap that I'm going to put down over here when I get the hood off. And that's where the hood's going to stay. So I'll show you how to do that, and then I'll pull off the hood, and then I'll pull off the fender. It's been a while since I pulled off the fender, so. Well, you get that happens. Boy, these are heavy. Why is that foot latched off? So to pull a fender off, you're going to have, depending on what side you're on, driver's side, of course, I'm going to leave the latch on. Got a couple hoses, the wire harness for the headlight, got to pop off. Just have these little clips here. Got the reservoir for the washer fluid on there. Relatively simple. I'm leaving the inner on there. Might do some slosh tubs at some point, but for right now, I'm just not going to. So got some horn stuff down there. Probably I'll fix the horns because I don't think they work right now. But yeah, so I'm gonna have to pull the headlight bezel off, get inside there, and basically take a couple bolts off from the radiator support that are holding the fender on, all along the inner wheel well, and then the bolt that's right here holding the top of the fender up, right there holding the top of the fender up, down in there. That should pretty much get her. So I'm gonna get after this and go from there. Be back. All right, get you in on where I'm at. Just kind of overviewing some accident damage. Front end is all pulled off. I mentioned bumpers creased right there, and this part right here is pushed back. Let's see if I can get underneath here. You can see this bracket right here is bent, and this was bent. I bent it some because I gotta actually get to a stubborn little bolt back there. It has one of those cage nuts that the welds broke, so I gotta get in there with a welder and weld it on there, and then get that other one off right in front of your face there. I believe the core support might have a little bit of a bend to it right here, because that was kind of hard to get off. But either or, accident damage is never fun because it starts tweaking stuff and you can't get your tools on it. If it's supposed to be straight, it'd be like that, but you know, different side, maybe it didn't match. But So I'm going to get on that, weld up that castle nut quick, pop that off, and I should just have the inner fender wheel well bolts to knock off, and this fender will be off. So I got what I think are all the bolts out of this fender finally. Let's try to pull it off, see where we get stuck at. My guess is it's going to be towards the front here because it's bumper, but we'll see. Get you in on here. It's just as I suspected. The bumper from the damage is not going to allow me to pull that off. Great. So, got two options here. Can either try to bend it and pull it back, pull the bumper off. Be back. Well, here's where I'm at. Fender's off. What I did is I ended up, that bracket that's on the front, that's busted. Well, not busted, it's bent. And I did it from the frame because I figured history's told me that I would snap the bolts off of the bumper, and I really don't have time to get new bolts right now. So I undid that bracket from the frame. I got in with my pry bar. Let me just show you. I got in here with my pry bar and against the horn of the frame, the radiator support. I just kind of tweaked it, bent it, pushed it out, and forced it over. You can see that bracket is bent, but it was enough to force the bumper out, and I was able to lift the fender off. It's one of those screws I was talking about in the headlight that I got to change out. But now the bumper is a little bit straighter. It's not perfect. I'm probably going to have to get a new one, but I'm going to try to bend the lower part down here, make it come twist it back. I'll probably do that by hooking on something down here and kind of pulling it backwards. But all in all, it's not terrible. It's still got that huge dent in the top, but I'll live with it for right now. That bracket's not gonna go back there. I'm gonna have to get a new one of those. But yeah, those are the bolts right there that I was talking about, that if you can see how rusted on they are. Try to take them off, they're going to twist, and they got the pretty chrome on the front, so I don't want to have to deal with that right now. You can see where the other crease is right there, so I'll try to get some leverage and pull the bumper back if I can. So that's where I'm at. I'm going to continue on with the continue on. I mean, I was expecting this inner fender to be a lot more rusted out than what it was. It's actually pretty good shape. Usually they rot out there, but that isn't too bad. That's nothing I can't make a quick patch panel for since I'm already in here. Yeah, the rest of it's pretty decent, so so that's where I'm at right now. Get some updates and update soon. Oofda. So now that the door is off and the fender's off, I can really get in here and see what we're working with. That support's about gone, but you can see this one hanging down here. That's, yeah, I might as well just rip that, fold it back. That happened. That goes over to the cab mount. And of course, the support that goes across through down there. Over to here, back and ties in the seatbelt is about rotted away too. It's totally rotted on the other side. So I'm gonna have to repair that. I have the new ones. I'm probably just gonna patch in the pieces that I need because I don't want to get all the way up into the firewall to spot weld in the new one. I'll just put in the part that I need. I do have the cross supports that go across too, so I'll put those on and I will basically rebuild that, put new bushings on. My fear is I might have to use those old bushings, how settled it is, because I don't have back ones and I don't want the whole cab to be cattywampus up in the front and radiator support not have new bushings and the rest of it not and be just all jacked up. So might just end up using the old ones again, but we'll see when we get there. Might just order up some new ones since I'm this far. But yeah, more updates soon. Well, here's where I'm at. Got this here ratchet strap put on. Put it on the A pillar and the B pillar. It's nice and taut. What that's going to do is keep the cab together. I did decide, since I got the rocker, it's got the drip rail and everything on it, it's good metal, that I'm just going to go ahead and delete all this down there because it's gross. And the ratchet strap bungee here is going to prevent when I start slicing it from going breaking open. I don't know if I said that twice or not, but and yeah, so I'm going to get to just going to use the cutoff wheel. I don't feel like dragging the plasma cutter out. I'm lazy today. And I'm just going to kind of hack it, but first, before I make any cuts, nope, I'm just going to cut it. Alright, you can see I got it all cut out. Kind of happy with where it's at for right now. I'm going to go through, clean up some of these edges. I'm on camera. Clean up some of these edges. Kind of dry fit test where I like the rocker there and make my adjustments as needed. And I'll kind of slap her in. Before it's slapped in, I'm probably going to cut out all the floorboard and get that all cleaned up. Be back. Hey, welcome back. This is day 2 of getting this Suburban ready for power tour. Where I'm at, got the floor cut open. I'm probably going to cut some more out. I got a whole floor pan, but sheet metal is actually pretty good in there. I got the old support knocked out. I got the cross member, the old rusted out metal cut off. I got the new piece fabbed in there. I'm about to just weld it. I got it clamped in right now. So that's where I'm at. I did decide to chop some more off of the A pillar there, and I'm gonna hack off the kick panels that I got, the bottom piece, so I get more good metal for where the fender bolts in down in that area. So that's where I'm at, and I will update as I go. Okay, time to show you where I'm at. Got the cross member sliced, sectioned in there. Lower kick panel is in. Rocker panel is tacked on there for right now. Got to slice the back there and slide it in. Then I will be moving on to floorboard. Well, brace, then floorboard. So, a lot of work. But, yeah. I got cab support welded in and ground down on that side. I got the inner support welded in. Turned out alright. Been working on getting the rear slowly but surely. Welder ended up breaking. So today I'm going to finish up on that and grinding on it, and then start building up some of these patch panels. I thought I had the proper body mounts, but apparently I don't. 73 to 80 were different mounting styles than 81 to 87, and or if you go older to the 91 Blazer. So that's what I'm waiting on for those. I can't do any more right here with the floor pan or put the little support in right there until I got the body bushings, because I believe there's a nut that I got to weld on right there. So kind of stuck with there, but doesn't mean I can't just continue on the drip rail here and a plethora of other rust that I got going on, and all the stuff over yonder. I have a hell of a mess. I haven't cleaned up in 2 days, and that's the aftermath, but it's coming along. Hopefully a couple more days of grinding and cutting and welding, and it'll be ready to go. I'm going to put the rocker on the other side. And then, like I mentioned, hopefully my bushings come in relatively soon so I can put those in. And definitely put the floor in. Beyond that, I got another spot right there on the wheel well that it's on the list to do, but we'll see. Well, welcome back. Here's where I'm at. I don't know what day it is. I don't know. Been hammering at it. New rocker. Let me just flip the camera. So I got the new floors in. I got new rocker inner outers installed. I have, as you can see, all of it coated with lizard skin sound deadening material. I had one coat on, and I just went through and did second in some of my repair areas that were kind of juicy, and then did the roof because I figured I got extra and I didn't do a very thick coat up there, but something to kind of keep the heat off of it in the summer and keep this beast a little bit cooler. Back floor repaired, not the greatest. Built the drip rail, had to come all the way out to the edge of the rocker, and kind of looks gaudy, but oh well. Tailgate all done, inside is all done. My marks from painting the roof line, it was black, but yeah. Got this well where the wheel spare tire is going to sit. That's all done. I did get some 98 Suburban seats and a center console over there. Those have been set up, mounted. I used the factory mounting locations for there, and then built some. I used the original bracketry to bolt in there and there for the other side. Had to build some little tabby doos and whatnot over there, but got my holes for my 3-point belts I'm going to put in opened up. I will say this lizard skin stuff is really impressive. Recommends to spray it on, kind of like a 50-70 pound bed lining gun. I opted to roll it just because I'm lazy. I didn't want to get the gun out. My compressor is acting kind of weird, being weak, you know, excuses. But the major thing is I'm covering mine with carpet, so I really don't care. But it's definitely pretty nice. Everything I read was like, oh, don't sound dent your whole inside because it's added weight and blah 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 blah. But you know what? What I figured is the weight of the 2-gallon bucket wasn't that heavy. So, and I still have a good quarter left in the 2-gallon bucket, so I used 1 gallon and 3/4. Maybe it's 5 pounds. So I figured that spread out over the whole thing, it's not going to get more dense. So, you know what? I just did it. It was kind of nice. It ended up covering up some of these pinhole spots from like old, you know, self-tappers and whatnot that I missed when I was going through welding up the floor. So actually I didn't do them on the floor. I found some. I found that out when I was doing up here because that's where the plastic was. It zips in for the, you know, the plastic stuff. So yeah, another spot I'm at here right quick. Hood liner, I got some fabric put on it. I just did this gray looking stuff. It's all right. It's all right. I still got to do that one, but it's pretty, that's what it was looking like. And as you can see, it's out here drying. I got to take care of some wrinkles yet, but I'll do that when it's final process. But 100% better, even if the wrinkles in it. Just figure what I'm gonna do is I sprayed in the center, kind of worked my way out. I got the line in it. Try to go through and iron it out. You know, it doesn't. I just don't really care because I only didn't spend very much on the fabric. Actually spent more on the glue to spray it on there, but you know, if it gets me by, it looks a little bit nicer for now. It's great. Maybe I'll redo something when I go through and paint it and do it right here in, I don't know, whatever. But right now, it's going to be good enough to get down the road, cruise 2,600 miles that we're going to be going in for power tour. So for those that you don't know, I am taking the Suburban on power tour. And I'll go through in a minute and go down my list on what I still got to do. But power tour is going to start just south of Sandusky, Ohio. Forgot the name of the park. But anyway, August 23rd, I think. It's going to start there. Norwalk, I think. Cruise down to Dayton, Ohio. Day 2, the fairgrounds there. Day 3, Lucas Raceway in Indianapolis. Day 4, it's down by Champaign, Illinois. And then day 5, somewhere down by St. Louis. Yeah, I don't know. But what I'm saying is it's like a long circle tour of the United States, and each day it's a big car show for days on end, and then you sleep in a hotel and you get up early and you drive and have another car show. It's fun. So Burt is going to be in it. Yeah. So my list of things I got to do still. I have to fix the heater core, which I haven't decided if I'm going to pull it out. I might as well because I'm already this far into it and do it, or I'll just plug the damn heater core lines, put the carpet in, put the headliner in, finish putting the seats in. Oh yeah, because I mentioned I got those Suburban seats for the front. I also got those off Craigslist for free. It's like a rear seat to a Toyota Tacoma. It's cloth, but I don't know, it'll work well. I tried dry fitting it in here in the back. It's a little small, but for the third row, I mean, it's going to be perfect. So I might just bucket the front, bucket the back, and then do that for the rear. But for power tour, I might just have the rear bench in there from the stock one I had in there. But we'll see what I can come up with. I'm not to that point yet. The other thing I need to do is I need to put the doors back on, make sure they're hung right. And by that, I mean I got new bushings, because these, they're a little loose. So I got new pins to put in there and bushings. Maybe I just got the bushings, I don't recall. Got to hang the fender. I got to put the front end back on. I got some other stuff I'm waiting for. Should be in today. I have LED headlights and some other odds and ends I'm going to put in there. Dome lightage, LED, you know, just whatnot. And I found one little relays that's electronic that I can got to figure out how to wire in. That might be a after project or something, but wire it in so if one of the kids decides to leave the door open and the dome light stays on, it'll shut it off. So I got that to put in. Yeah, I have all the weather stripping to put back on, and I need to attempt the rear main seal, which I'm going to try that in the truck. Drop the inspection cover, oil pan, rear main bearing cap, try to fish it out of there, put the new one in, fish it in there, just a little counterclockwise, put some goopy goop in there, put the bottom piece, because I got a 2-piece one, put the cap back on, torque it, oil pan, inspection cover. Maybe. We'll see. Gotta get there. I'm easy done because I don't want oil dripping on the exhaust and then having a fire. Yeah, that wouldn't be good. Wouldn't be good. So I got that to do. I got some undercoating. I got to spray in the bottom, finish up the repairs on the bottom there. Driver's or passenger side, that's what it ended up being. It's not the prettiest. Really don't care. I'll paint it when I paint the whole truck. I got to cut the jams in because I'm doing a color change anyway. And I also have to fix stuff like that. So why would I care to dress that all pretty right now? Nope. Just looking for integrity at the moment. So that's kind of where I'm at. It's a long oh, no, it's not where I'm at. I got a new boom boom Bluetooth thing and some speakers. Then I got to figure out where I'm going to mount those in. But I got to put carpet in first. Because I think I'm just going to build like some little speaker boxes somewhere hidden out of the way. I don't know. I haven't got that far yet. So that's where I'm at. I'll be back with more updates soon. Well, the good news is heater core box is out. I have the new heater core. So I'll throw that in, clean this sucker up. Here's the bad news. Found another mouse nest. And I don't get it done. Yeah. It's bad. So I'm gonna have to clean this up, make a patch panel. I'm gonna rip out the rest of the insulation that's underneath here, and I'm going to blizzard skin it. So, be back. Progress is being made. So, I got all that rebuilt. I remember showing you, it was kind of like, yeesh. I didn't film much of it. That's what the inside of it looks like. New carpeted, got all the wires in there for the power seats and all that stuff, so that's cool. Well, I got some updates. Here's where I'm at. been busy working on the Suburban. I have some seats in it now. Center console is not mounted. I got to do some wiring underneath. And like I'm in the captain's seat right here. Check this out. Ready? Shh, shh. Wow, so cool. So that's where I'm at, coming along. Carpet is laid in here. I got the carpet all in the fronts. I got new heater core. It's all put in. And I got a new blower motor put in. So yeah, seats in the front are in. Front carpet's in. I need to work on the back here. And I got the seam right there. I think I'm just going to flip it over. But like I said, I got to do some wiring underneath there. I got to put a USB charger for the kids so they don't yell at me in the center console. For right now, I'm on a time crunch. Less than 3 weeks till power tour. This thing needs still a lot of work. So I'm going back with the stock rear third row seat for right now. I'll fab up something here. Headliner is kind of just hanging out there. I just got it loosely gooped on there and clipped on there. I cut the fabric to fit. It's of course a two-piece, so got to get that put in there. I'm not really worried about that because I'll rock the mighty roof like it is. Push comes to shove. There's just getting to that point where you just do what you need to do to get down the road. So things I need to do to get me down the road. Gotta put the spare tire back in. I gotta make a mount for that. These brackets for the doors, you can see they're loose. I got the new door pins. I gotta put those on. I gotta put the doors back on. Gotta put the fender back on. Gotta put the hood back on. I got LED headlights, so I gotta put those in. Put the grill in, the bezels, all that stuff. And I gotta hook up the heater core. Actually gotta go get some, well, let me get a better set so I can do the pointy thing. I gotta get some little caulk or something to put around there because the old foam whatever was just kind of gross. So yeah, as you can see, the new boxes, well, it's the old boxes painted but with a new motor and sealed it up. I didn't have any black, so I just put the stuff that I had on there. So I just, whatever, I don't care at this point. It's gonna blow heat if I need it to defrost some. So it's not a showpiece, it's a ride piece. So yeah, I gotta hook the heater core lines back up, which is pretty simple. I just got the hose hanging out here, but gotta put some stuff over that. Oh, what else? I gotta do some undercoating to where I did the rocker repairs. You can see they're solid, they're black. I don't know, I might spritz some color on there. I got a rail can of some off blue. Maybe it's the same, I don't know. But maybe I'll just put some in there just for poops and giggles, but we'll see. So here's the passenger side. It sits a little bit lower. It's nice. Hopefully these folds come out of the carpet. I gotta work on there. I just laid it out yesterday, so it's still kind of chalky, but these are the benches or the front buckets out of a 98 Suburban and the center console out of a 98 Suburban. So drinker side sits a little more down, but plenty of space. Got one cup holder there. I thought I had something that pulled out over there, but I got the flippy-doo with some other stuff and some more cup holders in the back. And yep, so that's going to be nice. My old cup holders that I built, that I had on the beer crate that was sitting in the middle, probably just going to zip those off, and then I'm probably honestly just going to weld them to the door. Why not? And just use those. But yeah, so today, as you can see, I got this relay hanging out here. What I did was, the old cigarette lighter wasn't working. That popped down here. So what I did was I went on Amazon and got this little USB doodad. Constantly had 12 volt power to it as that light was always on. I didn't like that, so I hooked the relay up to the ignition switch so it clicks on and off and gets me power that way. So what I did is I got another wire that I ran down here. I don't know if you can see it. I just kind of shoved it up there when I was doing the heater core. But I got a secondary wire that's going to run off of there, off of the relay, down underneath the carpet to the back of the console here. So I can put another one of those back here. And I also ran a third wire. It is a constant 12. You can see this, that little white one right up there. That runs down and over, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put, actually I'm just going to hardwire directly to the seats because I honestly thought that these were heated seats, but that's actually just a lumbar. Well, I take that back. Maybe this one is a heated seat. Either way. I didn't want to have a constant 12 volt source and leave a heated seat on, so yeah, that's where I'm at with that. So I'm gonna get in here and wire it up and see where I get to. Hi, sorry, kind of a long video here, but here's some end results. As you can see, I got a bright LED in the front and in the back. Seats are installed. Let's see. I got carpet installed. Headliner is not really the best at the moment. So I think that's going to be put on hold for power tour. It's coming up here really quick. Let me show you what I got on the headlights. Boom. Headlight edge is bright as can be. Got the LED lights in there. Nice and bright. I think those will do just fine. Hood is back on. Fender's on. I got the rocker, of course. Can't really see it in the dark here, but it's painted. Blue doesn't match for shit, but you know what? It works. So I'm gonna end this video off here. I'm gonna have a busy week. I got some more stuff to do yet, but I'll make some videos as I can. Thanks.